Whatever that these companies are doing, this is the type of greed that was written in the Bible, where everything is getting shrink down. Even the toilet papers are not immune to that. They're finding new innovative ways to say that they are trying to reduce as much as possible without you seeing. And who pays for that? The consumers. I'm telling you, this is just top of the iceberg. You're gonna see so much more.
Have you noticed how Cadbury changed their chocolate shapes, so now you get these rounder edges? Well, it's a sneaky technique called shrinkflation, where you pay the same price but just for smaller food.
It saved them about 5 grams per package.
Oh. Companies cleverly frame it as a new, improved look, but really you are just getting...
Yeah, whenever the companies always tell you new and improved look, just know that they're gonna screw you in one way or another. Just know that something is coming. They're gonna try to screw over the consumers. It's always the case.
Less product than what you paid for. The same happened to Toblerone in 2016 when they widened the gap between their iconic triangle bars, effectively giving people less chocolate. But because there was a huge backlash after that, they were forced to bring back the original shape. So go ahead, expose these sneaky practices.
My scale here, it's set to grams. Let's see. Oh, well, would you look at that?
Yep, 100 grams.
So now when we go to the supermarket, so now we must go around carrying a scale so that we can measure the products. This is how absurd these companies are. They are so greedy to a point that they are screwing over the people, actually giving them the profit that's enabling them to afford these lavish lifestyles. But they don't care. As long as you, the consumers, are paying for the product, they always win.
This year, Cadbury eggs went from 408 grams to 340 grams, and the prices are so insane this year for literally sugar, milk, chocolate, and egg white. Why would it cost that much? And the other Easter candy I like.
And in terms of ingredients, have you noticed that a lot of companies are actually removing proper ingredients and putting things that are actually not good for you? If it's sugar, they're not going to use the real sugar. They use those artificial sugars, whatever. But what they're going to do is that they're going to increase the price. That's how absurd it is. That's how absurd it is. I don't even know how to explain it.
The Starburst jelly beans, they used to be good. Not necessarily because of the taste, but because of the texture. They were like super juicy jelly beans. Now they're regular jelly beans. Like,
whatever I said, they changed the ingredients.
They're not like big and gushy. It's just a jelly bean.
It's shrinkflation in disguise. Supermarkets have found a brand new way to rip you off. You know how your chicken always shrinks in the pan? Manufacturers are literally injecting raw meat with water, salt, and seaweed extract to make it look bigger and weigh more on the shelf. Now, we're not talking a small amount, up to 30%.
You know, I like reading when I'm buying a product. So I've noticed they will tell you that this is the amount of chicken that's there. They'll say 70% chicken, 20% water, and maybe 10% brine. Whatever. If you read into these small things, you realize that you're not getting a lot of product.
% of that pack of chicken you just bought is water. You are paying chicken prices for water. It gets worse. This is completely legal in the UK and the US. The only requirement is that they have to print with added water on the label, but they bury it in tiny print that nobody reads. And the timing of this is not a coincidence. Food prices have gone through the roof in 2026, and companies need to keep sticker prices looking stable. So instead of raising the price, they just sell you less actual food and replace it with water. Chicken, bacon, ham, pork. If it's processed or pre-packed, there is a very good chance it's been plumped. So next time you're at the supermarket, flip that packet over and look for those 3.
This is something that it's very difficult to escape because almost every company that actually make produce, they're actually doing this practice. This is something that I don't even know how we're going to overcome this one, unless if you're buying your products directly from the farm where they're farmed, whether it's chicken or beef, then you are safe. If not, if you're buying from the supermarket, yeah, there's nothing that you can do.
Talk about a perfect resource for shrinkflation. This guy collects Pringles containers. So he has these actually physically in his house from 1968, what it looked like, to 2025 to compare. This is the 1990s in Europe. This is the 2010s in Asia and what it is now. Look at this. This isn't even all of them that he has. It's a much more interesting version of Pringles than the one that I usually get, which is people showing how little is actually in their jars, cans, things, containers. These candies are going from 9 per package to 8 per package. And you know that they didn't start out at 9. They definitely started out as 10. This is from May 2025. 1.3 pounds. This is now, July, 1 pound. Even sauces now come about half empty. And anything with any sort of filling just does not look anything like the packaging. Like, right? Horsey sauce. That is such a huge change. It's down from 16 fluid ounces down to 12 fluid ounces.
改好多。
You know, I only see one way to deal with these things. People need to actually go on a strike, but not a physical strike. You're on a strike with your wallet. Like, as much as we're exposing these companies, we need to stop buying their products. And that's the only way that they're going to see that these people actually care about what they are doing to the products that they're going to buy. And people don't want you to keep screwing them over and over again. That's the only way.
嘿，开心果耶！
你看，不要看侧面。
啊啊啊啊！
We are back again, and today's guilty party is Nestle Bar 1. So, up to very recently, these used to be 55 grams.
Well played. So I can see what was done. So that outer plastic cover thing, it makes the box actually look bigger. So whenever you take the product, you're actually thinking that you're getting more, but instead you're actually getting less. So they are finding a lot of innovative ways instead of actually finding new ways to give consumers more healthier processed foods, more healthier ingredients being used. They're actually finding ways to screw over the consumer. I mean, how do you keep on screwing the people who are giving you profit? I don't even know what type of logic gets talked about when they're busy sitting in the board meetings and they're busy saying that, you know what, let's screw over the people who are actually buying our products and helping our company grow.
You'll even spot it online. Most shops haven't even updated their websites yet. And of course, when shrinkflation is involved, Checkers always seems to have a great sale on it. So these would be 3 for 36 Rand. Yeah, so we are already 3 grams down, and when we weigh it, we are down to 45 grams, and that is packaging included. So, yeah, thanks Checkers for another great deal, and thanks Nestle Bar 1 for ripping us off.
This is no longer shrinkflation. I'm calling it greedflation. Like when Head & Shoulders increase the size of their bottle but actually give you an ounce less. Cliff Bars going from 6 to 5 but keeping the box the exact same. Drinks going from 70 to 60% juice. Cheese strings visibly shrinking in size. Even brands like CeraVe keeping the bottle identical but going from 12 to 11.
Here are the most embarrassing examples of shrinkflation. XL removing a piece of gum to replace it with a thumb grip. Celebration cookies boosting up the bottom of the tray. Quality Street boxes have been caught shrinking over time. This person wondered where all the bottoms of their candy canes went.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. In terms of the solution, I'm not seeing a reasonable solution in terms of dealing with shrinkflation. There's just so much that's going on right here, because it's not logical to tell everyone to actually go around weighing stuff. The only thing that we can do is to try to find alternatives that are actually giving us the value for money, and we stop buying these products so that these companies can be aware that we know the scams that they are doing, because this is a scam. This is a greed on a whole new level, and unless that we talk about it like what we're doing now on this video to make more people to be aware of it, then it's not going to make sense in terms of the long run. These companies are not going to care. They're going to keep on screwing the little man, which in this point in terms of the little man is the consumers who are actually buying and consuming these products. So yeah guys, that's all that I have in store for you in terms of this video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out so that we can grow this channel. And as always, I'll see you same time, same place. Bye.